Payout's currently closed. No! Son of a bitch. Yes! Alright, what are the YouTube? It's your boy MB, ready to do another video. And I know what you're thinking. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. Did I fall off the earth? Did I blow up my accounts? The answer is no. I'm still here, baby. Oh, my little buggy. So obviously from the title of this video, you know I'm about to take a $5,000 payout, but the real point that I wanted to make was showing how I think that straight to funded or direct to funded accounts are far superior than the traditional evaluation route. So I guess I'll transition to my screen to show you a bit of evidence. And before I give you evidence, I need my energy drink. Alani new, if you're watching this video, put me on. Trying to get a sponsorship. Damn, I look skinny as shit. Disgrace to the bodybuilding name. I barely have any gains anymore. Anyways, alright, so I'm going to show you my screen real fast. To the right, I have the first straight to funded account that I purchased. I think it was like December. When was this? Oh, October. Okay, it's got it here. So it was October 25th, 2024, and it was with My Funded Features. So they had just launched this program. It was called the Milestone account. Essentially, it was a straight to funded account. And you had to pass it was in phases, and so every phase you passed, you got $2,000. So the first phase you had to make $3,000, and then you took a $2,000 payout. And if you passed the 4 phases, then I think they moved you to a live account. And so they had I think it's a 20% consistency rule, so you could pass it in as fast as a week. But you couldn't make more than 20% in a day, so I think that's like, what, $600 a day? So my goal going into this account was to risk 1 to 2. So risk $300 to make $600. And so whichever one came first, that was going to be the day, and I would just go on to the next. All right, so when I did that, the first day I had a losing day. Second day it was a smaller winning day, 600, 300, 600. So I kept it pretty honest. 600, 300, 200, 400, 400, 100, 400, 5. So I ended up passing it, and it took me, what, 1, 2, well, I'll call it 3 weeks, if that. So it took me 3 weeks to make $3,000, and then I took a $2,000 payout, and that was the first ever straight to funded account that I ever had. So it cost me $250. I think they were running like a 50% deal because it was just starting. And so I was like, damn, wow, this is the first straight to funded account that I had, and I took a payout. So 1 for 1, I think I spent, like I said, $250 and made $2,000. So basically 10x my money. And that kind of showed me, I was like, oh, okay, so this may be the move. So after I got to phase 2, I actually did pretty well in phase 2. Yeah, so phase 2, I was actually doing really well. So first day, L, and then we go on a nice little streak, have a losing day here. And then I just go on absolute tilt one day and just freaking blow up the account. Absolutely monstrosity of a day. And so that ended the straight to funded account for them. But I didn't have to pay for phase 2. Like once you pass phase 1, you automatically get transitioned to phase 2 and so on and so forth. And so then after that, I ended up getting another straight to funded, but with Tick Trader. So they were doing, it was like $340 for a 100K account. And I think at the time, 100K was like a $5,000 drawdown. So I purchased one, and whenever I purchased the account, they accidentally gave me a second one, but this one was never activated, so just ignore this one here. This is the account in question. And so with this one, you had to make $5,000. So you had to make the drawdown. So once you made the $5,000, you could take a $2,000 payout. And I do have the stats on this account, so let me pull it up real fast. So on this account, kind of the same thing. I started off green, took my first trade there. December was really good. I actually went on a really good streak. I had like a 10 or 11 day green streak, and I just didn't have any losing days. And so I ended up making the 5,000, and I think I cleared it there. Took a $2,000 payout, and then I remember this day I took 2 trades. Yeah, well, obviously, but they were 2 contracts. And so I remember at the time I wasn't comfortable using 2 contracts yet. Still, I'm not really now. But I had a bigger losing day than I wanted. And then on this day, I took 1 trade, but still lost another 500. And after that, it kind of set me on tilt. I had a pretty big losing day here. This day, I remember I could have actually made up this whole day if I had used 3 contracts like I was doing this day. But then unfortunately blew up the account here, so I went on tilt again. So I was kind of noticing a pattern with these straight to funded accounts is that I would take a payout, but then I'd blow it up right away. But either way, same thing. I kind of 10x my money on this account as well because it cost me 300, took a $2,000 payout, so it was like a, I don't know, 8x, something like that. And so moving on to now, I ended up getting some accounts with Tradeify. So I had purchased a straight to funded. I got a 150K, and then I also got a 100K, and there was another 50K straight to funded that I got, but that one blew up. I blew that one up because the drawdown was just so small. Didn't take a payout from that one. I had a regular 50K account with Tradeify that I ended up taking a payout on. So that one payout from Tradeify basically paid for these two accounts. Anyway, so you see here, I have the 150K. You can see I've been trading it for 31 days, and then the 100K account I've been trading it for 19 days. So basically a whole trading month here, and then about a month and a half. You got five days in a trading week, and so this one took me about a month and a half to pass, and this one about a whole trading month to actually pass. So anyways, I hit the $9,000 target, so now I can take a payout on this account starting on the 1st of April. So I'm not trading it. I didn't trade it Friday. I'm not going to trade it Monday. And then Tuesday when I can take a payout, I'll take it out in the morning and probably trade it that day. But regardless, this was the first straight to funded account that I bought with Tradeify, and I ended up passing it, or at least hitting the goal. So once I take out 3K, I'll still have another $6,000 in there. And then same thing with this account. I can take out 2,500. So once I take out 2,500 on this account, I'll still have a $3,500 balance in this account. And then moving forward, I don't have to make another 9K or another 6K to take the next payout. I just got to make that 3 and that 2.5. So because I'm anticipating taking a payout, I ended up purchasing another straight to funded account because they had a flash little 40% discount. So they're all basically paying for themselves. But the main point that I wanted to show, and actually before I get into that, I'll show you the stats on these two accounts. All right, so we'll start in February. So February made a little 2,000. We had 3 losing days in total. Kept the losses pretty minimally, except the last day of the month freaking went on tilt. Lost 1,800, but we still ended up $2,000 on the month. And then this month on these two accounts, we're up 13K. We only had 1 losing day on these accounts, so really solid. There were a couple of days in here, like this day here, that I ended up going on tilt, but coming back. Not really going on tilt, but just not being disciplined. And there was another day like that somewhere this week. Maybe it was Thursday. I've had like 3 of those days. Not that day. Maybe it was the 12th or something, but just losing more than I should and then end up coming back because I'm a fucking G. No, I'm playing. But regardless, here's the month so far. Up 13K, almost exactly 80 cents. 1 losing day. And that kind of brings me into my point, is that with these straight to funded accounts, you don't waste any mental capital trying to pass a combine. Whether it's a 50K where you got to make 3,000, or a 100K where you got to make 6, or a 150K where you got to make 9. Unless you're full porting, YOLOing, and gambling, not really even gambling, I mean, sometimes you have a strategy, but unless you're full porting and passing them in one day, if you're like me, who actually takes it seriously, and not saying you can't take it seriously doing that because I do that now, but if you're taking your time, and I only use 1, maybe 2 contracts max, it takes you anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to pass these accounts. Obviously you scale them up. So a 50K, I only use 1 contract, but when I use 100, it's 2, and then on 150K, it's 3 contracts. But regardless, it takes me 2 weeks to a month to pass these accounts. And the thing about that is that, that's a lot of time. Every single day you're waking up, trading, waiting for setups, being disciplined, and it's really all for nothing. Once you pass the account, you just got to do it all over again. And for me, that's really mentally draining. What I would find is that a lot of the times I would, take 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks or a month to pass these accounts. And then when I get the funded account, I'll blow it up in a week because I'm just so tired, or I guess mentally drained of the grind. Working a whole month and not getting anything out of it, it really takes a toll. And it just leads to, at least for me, getting frustrated, not really frustrated, but just getting impatient and forcing things to happen. Whereas with a straight to funded account, yeah, you spend a little bit more, anywhere from triple to five times as more 5 times as more than an evaluation account. But all the work that you do is actually going towards something. So instead of wasting $3,000 prime setups on an evaluation account that really doesn't make you anything, you could be putting it towards a funded account that's actually making you money. And so I think I've only had one, two, three, four. I've only had 5 straight to funded accounts, and on 4 of them, I'm taking payouts on. I feel like another reason why traders fail is because they're getting these smaller accounts, the 50Ks, where you only get $2,000 of drawdown, or even smaller. I've seen accounts where it's like a 25K and you have 1,500 or even $1,000 of drawdown. It's just not enough unless you're trading micros. But if you're trading micros, I have a whole other thing about that. But it's just too slow. You really have to spend a little bit more money, one, to do the straight to fundeds, but then also to have the bigger accounts. But it's totally worth it. Like I said, 5 accounts and 4 of them have already taken payouts. So the percentage on that is just astronomically higher. I can't even count the number of evals that I've blown up, either because I YOLO them, or whatever the case may be. The other thing is that, like, now that I have these funded accounts, I can kind of get back to what I was saying earlier, is that now whenever I have an evaluation, I'll YOLO that shit. I'll put 10 contracts on and try to pass it in a day, instead of taking the 2 to 3 weeks to pass it, just because one, I have my strategy really dialed in now, but then two, I'm not trying to waste the time to get those things funded. So like now, I have a bunch of funded accounts. 14. Okay, so these are all my accounts right now. So these are my stats for the month. So on the month, I'm up 28K. Is it 28? Damn. Maybe I'll hit 30K by Monday. Only 2 losing days this entire month, but only 4 of these accounts are actually straight to funded. The other ones are evals that I ended up passing, and then just building those up. So yeah, it's a pretty good month so far. I've taken a $1,200 payout from my funded futures. I'm working on Apex next, and then just building these accounts up. And that's all I wanted to show, is that I feel like a lot of traders can really be more successful than they are right now, especially if you look at like the numbers with prop firms. Like, they are making an absolute killing, because traders they don't have the right meta. I'm telling you what the meta is. The meta is to get a straight to funded and take it seriously. The evaluations, it's just it just doesn't make any sense. Like, the straight to fundeds, you pay 500, but you get like 10x in drawdown. Like, you'll get $4,000 to $5,000 in drawdowns to use. So you're really just like, it's an actual leveraged funded account. So that's pretty much the point of the video, is just spend a little bit more money, and then when you have these funded accounts, take the time to build them up and take a payout, because I promise you it's way better than the evaluations. So that's pretty much it. This video is already pretty long, but I said that I would show the payout at the end of this video, so I'm gonna have that, and I don't know when I'll post the next video. I'm not really trying to make these to like really show my progress. I just wanted to show that straight to fundeds are superior to the evaluations. So I don't know when I'll post my next video. If y'all want me to post something or be more consistent with YouTube, let me know. I mean, if people want to watch it, then I'll post it. If y'all want to see me trade, or if you want to see me do daily recaps, or whatever the case may be, I'll do it. I don't mind. Just let me know. I love you. All right, what are YouTube? It's your boy MB. It's 7:40 in the morning, about an hour before the market opens, and before I can take a payout with Tradeify, I have to wait till 7:59 exactly. That's when their payout window opens. So I'm going to go over my stats for the month of March. So let me pull that up. All right, so I'm going to take a payout on account number 2 and account number 6. I'm going to take out 3K here and 2,500 here. Oh, but like I said, I got to wait till 7:59 on the dot. All right, so this is my month of March. 30,272 cents. Banger. 4 losing days. They were all about $2,500 or less. If I were to average them out, it looks like it's about $2,000. All right, so I just checked, and I had 7 accounts to start. So even though it says 14 trades, it was actually 2 trades. So I took a loser and then a winner. I go to that day, it was about $235.
on each account. I guess this one, oh, this one was micros, so only $46. And then the second trade was a 795, really it's actually $805 winner. So 235 loser, 805 winner. So it made up those losses. So two trades, and that's pretty much how the month was overall. This day, so two losses, $210, and then $195. Took a short and then a long, both were wrong, so stopped trading that day. Same thing, 7 accounts. All right, so you get the gist. So I started off with 2 accounts. Someone's trading. Started off with 2 accounts. I keep saying two. Started off with 7 accounts. And then I ended up blowing 2 accounts at one point. It was like a take profit trader. That one, they like messed up, so I had a free funded account. So I wasn't too concerned about it because I wasn't supposed to have it in the first place. Anyways, blew that one up. Blew another like straight to funded. So at one point I was only trading with 5 accounts. All right, so you get the gist. So I started off with 7 accounts. I ended up blowing two at one point, and then building them back up. So eventually, to end the month, I was trading with 14 accounts, but I wasn't trading all 14 every single day. There were 5 that I was trading every once in a while because they're smaller accounts. So I don't trade those every single day. So like this day, it says 20 trades. Um, it was like maybe 3 trades total. So 8 of these are one trade, and then you got 1, 2, 3. So 4 trades yesterday, not really 20. But overall, I mean, a solid way to finish the month. Started off hot, up 6,000. This week was a pretty flat week because of this day. Ended up losing more than I should have. And this isn't a really big loss. It's just that my winning days prior to that didn't give me enough buffer to sustain such a loss. Like this day was basically a flat day. It was like $20 per account, and then same thing on Tuesday or on Wednesday. I think I started off with some losers, worked my way back up, and finished, which is it's basically flat, 400. So I mean, all these accounts were basically break even. That's the power of having multiple accounts, is that it can add up $600. But either way, 80, 600, another $600 day. This day I was just happy to be green on the week because of that day. So flat week here. I didn't think I'd finish with a month like this after blowing up my 2 accounts in this week, but was able to recover here. 3 good days in a row, and then had a small losing day Thursday. Didn't trade that Friday because I remember this day I was actually down 5,000, but then in the after hour session ended up making 4,000 back. So ended that day only negative 1,200. So I took this day off because the $4,000 trade was essentially Friday. Ended that week 5,300, and then this week and a solid week. Only traded 4 days. I don't remember why I took this day off, but who gives a damn? 14K. And at this point, after this day, I was at like 26,000, like 26.5 or something. And so wasn't sure if I was gonna crack 30K. I ended up purchasing this straight to funded account when I traded this day initially and added all my stats. I looked and I was at like 29,000, like 800, and I was like, oh damn, I'm super close to breaking 30K, but wasn't gonna push it or anything. But then I was like, oh wait, I just realized I'm missing an account, so I ended up adding it here to my stats, and boom, we cracked 30,000. So yeah, no fakery, no trickery, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to go over with these trades. I didn't want to break down like every single day, every single trade, maybe one day. But now, let's take this payout. All right, this payout window is officially open, so time to request this payout. Payout's currently closed. No! No! Wait. First to the fourth. That's today. What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Yes! Account number 2, 3,000. Ho ho ho, let's go. Account number 6, 2,500. Why the fuck does this one say? Oh, never mind. Alright, there it is. I mean, I don't know how fast this Oh, now it's pending, so we'll see how fast it goes to paid and do all that. But yeah, hopefully it gets approved today, then I can go trade. I'm gonna check Tradeify real fast, see if it's been deducted already. No, so it hasn't been deducted from my balance yet, so won't be able to trade this account just yet, or this one, so just gotta wait. But that's pretty much it, so catch you in the next one. I love you.